Thank you so much, our dear viewer, and welcome to the program Ask the Ministers of God right here on MBCI TV. We are glad that you could find time to be with us on tonight's show, and we prepared for you a very captivating discussion on looking at the subject of vision from the biblical perspective. And we are sure and you're promising you a very interactive conversation tonight. I've also lined up a very, very great panel, anointed servants of God, to help us navigate through this particular discussion. It's a great opportunity to give them, to introduce themselves and also to say hi. Let me begin with the one who is close to me. Karibu sana.
Yeah, hello viewers. I'm Bishop GAHU Simon. I am minister with Heart Cry Africa and BCC, and I'm happy that you're watching us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop Simon GAHU. It's always a pleasure to have you on this particular show. And our second guest, Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Mangucho.
Yes.
My name is Alex MAINA. I'm a minister in Nakuru, and it's good to be in this show.
Thank you so much also, Pastor Alex MAINA. It's been a while, and it's a pleasure to have you again tonight on the program Ask the Ministers of God. You're also welcoming your dear viewer to participate and to feel free to share your perspectives on this particular discussion, and we'll be glad to sample some of those views that you could be having tonight on this particular show. Let me just begin with you, Pastor Alex. Yes. How do you define, or how do you help us understand the term vision from the biblical point of view?
Thank you. This is quite a wonderful topic, and a very good topic to every Christian, or even to every human being.
Sure.
Because vision is, when you understand vision, you understand a lot of things in life. But basically, vision comes from the ability to see. Vision is that ability to see. Vile mtu unaweza ona. That's what we call vision.
Sure.
But not necessarily looking at things, because looking and seeing may be a little bit different. You can look,
not see,
but you don't see. We are talking of that ability to see beyond what you can visualize with your physical eyes.
Okay.
There's a scripture in the Bible, that's the Proverbs 29:18, a very famous scripture that says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." These people that God is talking about, they're not blind. But God says they may lack something else that is beyond the physical eyes, which is called vision, and because of that, they are about to perish. So vision is that ability to see the future from where you are today.
And Bishop Ngao, as I bring you into this, where does one get that ability?
Ability, you can get it from two sources. There is that inborn vision that is within you. It's only that it is not provoked. Some people do not provoke it into action. It can also come from God. By what is within you, I mean what we call the potential. You know, the potential is a vision. There are some people that keep quiet, waiting for God maybe to tell them to do something, while they feel that ability is within them to do ABCD. There is somebody who talked and he said that you should not fear the people that dream when they are asleep, but you should fear they that dream even when they are awake and during the day. So this thing that we call vision, it can also be called a dream. It is what you are aspiring to be. When you put it into action, it comes now from being just a potential into a vision. And when it starts, it might be so small such that you can also despise it. But you can say, you know, I feel like doing ABCD, but I'm not of that level. You know, it's like you despise the days of small things.
Okay.
Bearing in mind those small things will eventually become something that even people will wonder, from where did he get this vision?
Wow.
So I can say you need to listen to yourself, and you also, more to that, you need to listen to God, because he can give you direction.
Sure.
Yeah,
because that is a very interesting perspective, and Pastor Alex, even as you pick up from where Bishop has left, because there's so many people who would really argue that maybe they've not really reached the potential that maybe they have, and maybe they could be wondering, does God therefore decide that he would give some people vision and maybe some people not being given the vision? Or where's the disconnect? Where is the gap?
Actually, everyone has the ability to have a vision. Everyone. Vision basically is like when you look at a seed, instead of you seeing a seed, you see a harvest. Like when you can see a maize seed. Instead of seeing the maize seed, you see a whole plate of maize. When you look at a tree, instead of seeing a tree, you see a house made out of that tree. You look at a tree, you see wood, you see chairs, you see houses. So everybody has that ability as long as you're thinking right. But the challenge is, I would say, there's also a lot of fear when people have a lot of visions. But maybe the courage now to actualize the vision is where I think there's a challenge. That's why God advises us, like one of the men in the Bible, Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 2. God told Habakkuk this. Habakkuk, write your vision.
Wow.
Because I think that's where it all starts. You need to write your vision. But when God was talking about writing a vision, and definitely, I'm very sure he was not talking about books. And he was talking about writing something. Because even before you read something in a book, it has to first of all be written in you.
Okay.
Before you transfer it from yourself, even whatever you wrote, even what you have written in that paper, was first of all written in you. Then you wrote it on paper. So when God was telling Habakkuk to write his vision, he was telling Habakkuk that vision that you have should be well written in you. Because if a vision is written in you, you easily believe it. Actually, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So what you have written in your heart really matters most. If you write a vision in your heart, actualizing it is not a big deal. But a vision that is not written in the heart, if you just speak about it and you don't write it. Writing it, I mean, kwamba moyo wako, yani umekunywa hiyo vision. Unaiona asubuhi, unaiona, like, I like giving examples of the athletes that we have in our city, in Nakuru. We have quite a number of athletes.
Right.
And they win very high-end trophies away from the country. But these people, like if you wake up early in the morning, even within our city, you may find two small ladies running early in the morning. And they are running, maybe going up Menengai crater, coming down. They're not afraid of animals, they're not afraid of, all those things that maybe a common person would be afraid of. Why? Because there's something that is written in them. When they're still in Nakuru, they can see Boston Marathon, they can see London Marathon, they can even hear the national anthem. They can even hear their names being mentioned after winning the athletic, the whatever it is that they were doing. So what I'm saying is, vision starts by you agreeing to write it in your heart. The challenge is, most of us have written so many rubbish things in our hearts, whereby our hearts have already been taken. So even there's no room, because whatever you write in your heart controls your life. So if you write something that is not in line with the word of God, it has already taken control of your life. So you don't even have a time to think about a vision. So, but basically, let's start by saying the vision starts by you writing it in your heart, believing in it, and seeing it even before it begins.
Even before it begins.
Yep.
And Bishop, does that therefore mean that even as Pastor Alex says, that it's important for you to write?
Yeah.
Now, for someone who would really not be in a position to know that this is maybe what they need to write, or maybe this is what they want to be, this is where they want to reach, how do they go about it?
Number one, because vision should be in you before it comes out that I may see it. Even if you don't know where to start, there is something that is within you that is telling you, I ought to do ABCD. It's like, you remember the cycle that we are running in the school, the cycle of a butterfly. It was egg, a larva, pupa, and adult. Now adult is the butterfly. Yeah. The beginning, it is something that you cannot tell what will come off. You look at it, you can even despise it in form of an egg. But remember, the butterfly is in this egg. It becomes a larva. If I have seen a kid crying because a larva has stepped into her, and they are screaming because a larva is not beautiful. It's something scary. But maybe some weeks later, if a butterfly lands on her arm, it would just wish if it stays. They will not scream. Why? Because butterfly is beautiful than a larva. But remember, there is a butterfly in every larva. There is a butterfly in every pupa. So what I mean is this: as you begin, it might not look, the way you want it to be. Even people may criticize it. And Jesus talked about it. He said about the kingdom. He said the kingdom of heaven is like somebody that went and saw a lad, just a shaba. And he discovered there is minerals in that shaba. He went and he sold everything that he had and came and bought that land. So when maybe the owner of that land who sold it to him it was soil and dirt and everything. But this guy had a vision. If I sell everything, I remain broke. I come and buy this land. I have a vision of processing whatever is in that land. Be it crude oil, I'll make petrol, diesel, and all that from that land. I'll become rich. So his goal or his vision is build the caterpillar thing, build the egg thing, the dirt. He knew what he would become and what the land will become. Sometimes the reason as to why we don't reach into performing into our vision is simply because of looking at the early stage of a vision. You look at it, probably you want to be an engineer, and there is maybe you are in school and there are some subjects that you are failing. You look at it and you say, I cannot be an engineer because of ABCD. Probably what you need to do is not to leave that vision. What you need to do is to put more effort on what you are not getting. It's like I saw a banner written, when you think of quitting, start thinking why you started in the first place. So when a vision seems so far, even people may say it is far-fetched dream, you need to continue looking at the outcome. Look at the butterfly. Don't look at the larva. Look at the outcome, which is the butterfly. That's my take.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite interesting there. I want us to take a short break, but when we come back, and I think Pastor Alex, as a bishop, puts it, and that maybe is where so many people miss it. Or that's why maybe most people miss the point, because there is a whole process between the time that you get a vision and the time that vision comes to full attainment. How therefore is a Christian maybe supposed to go through it and to make sure that they realize the exact vision that they were given. When you come from this particular short break, you'll pick up from that particular point. Thank you so much, our dear viewer. We are looking at vision from the biblical perspective and helping us to go through this particular discussion tonight and through this particular topic. We are having Bishop Simon GAHU and also Pastor Alex MAINA. We are coming back after this short break.